Hey guys, welcome to Money Mindset and More. And today's video is also a further explanation of one of the videos which I have covered earlier. And it is on generating business ideas, but based upon what can be the market gaps which you see. And I will cover in 5 steps. Obviously, these are not 5 steps, it can be more than that, less than that, based upon what you see in the market, but more or less this can give you an idea how to approach if you are trying to do a product launch or new business based upon market gaps. If you see, now why we need this as a step one, why we need market gap, there are probably four scenarios. Either there is a unserved customer base which is ignored by your competitors, the existing products have limitations, there is price disparity of the products, and then there is a geographical gaps which you have. So all those I will cover in this video, but the idea is that if you have any idea in these four, you can actually explore what you can do in those areas. Classic example is Dollar Save Club. They have streamlined the expensive purchasing process of buying razors in US by providing a cheaper subscription based model, which is very useful for me as a consumer, for example. So they identified the gap and then they fixed it with their business idea. Now once you have your market gap identified, you have to see what are the research and further detailing has to be done. You have to dig deep into the industry and the consumer behavior in that industry. uh, what I mean by that is that you have to find out from classic example is Amazon or Yelp. You can go to those websites, you can find out the product and services which have 1 to 3 star revenue reviews, and then you can see what are the areas people are complaining. For example, poor quality product or poor customer service or poor delivery experience, things like that. And then you can figure out what are the possibilities to reduce those recurring complaints so that an existing product which has a 1 star can become a 5 star product and you will have a business out of it. You have to also see trend in consumer behavior. So what I mean by that is whether people are becoming more sustainable driven or more price driven, or it can be anything. It can be your emotional driven sometime, right? All those things has to be analyzed. You can use tools like Google Trend. It can give you a good idea what products, what things are trending, which months they are trending, which regions they are trending. It can give you all those basic ideas to figure out whether the idea which you are exploring worth going to the market or not. Then you have to look for underserved niche. For example, you need to think of smaller customer base. It can be anybody who is suffering from allergy and they cannot eat certain kind of food or they cannot do certain kind of activities. That can be a niche. People who are left handed, they can be a niche to serve a specific product which might be designed for only people who are using their left hand for most of the tasks. So these are some of the examples. You can go deeper, but these are the things where you can find out which niche you can start serving and then build business out of it. You can explore Facebook groups to figure out what kind of underserved niche you have which you can work upon. A classic example of this segment is Chewy. Chewy has started to serve the pet owners in United States, and they have probably have the by far the best customer service I have seen, even far better than Amazon. So they identified online food delivery and product delivery, and they mastered the customer service on top of that. Very good example to study if you want to enter into an existing area with a very large competitor to compete with. Then step 3 is you have to validate your idea. Now this is an important step because you have to see before investing more time and money. Otherwise, it will be all going to waste. You can start with conducting surveys, interviews with your potential customers. You can use Google Forms to collect data and analyze. You can also study your competitors, how they are selling, what they are selling, where they are selling. All those things you can study. And then you can test the market with a minimum viable product. It can be a simple landing page, it can be a simple demo, or it can be a simple product, basic product, which you can work with various customers. Another example is Zappos. They started a online shoe selling website. When they started, they never had an inventory or infrastructure. What they did, they pick up the order online and they went to the store to buy and ship to the customer. They were not making profit, but they were testing the idea whether we can sell it or not. Now you have to figure out those things yourself. Something which is available offline, if I start just selling online, whether customers are going to buy. If they are buying, you have a business. You can build on infrastructure. Now the last step, which is very important, I would say, is you should innovate. Don't copy anybody, because then your business will fall into commodity and you will not have any competitive advantage. So now innovation is not invention. You have to be very careful about it. Innovation can be happen in any areas. For example, you can do things differently rather than doing it different things. What I mean by that is, before Amazon, Sears has a catalog selling in United States. They were the largest retailer of catalog selling in United States. They were selling homes on a catalog, but they failed to convert that catalog into a digital catalog. That's what Amazon did. Amazon took everything which is available offline on a catalog. They created an online catalog of 350 million products, and that's how they have built an empire out of it. As simple as that. So, 3 4 questions you can ask yourself. Can I make something faster, cheaper, and better, more convenient? Can I make it more personalized or feel it more personalized to somebody? And then can I deliver into this product or service in a new format? Again, a classic example is Netflix. They started as a DVD rental company and things like that. They were failing, but sooner or later, the founders realized that we are storing these DVDs in our warehouse and we are paying the warehouse fees for that. Why not we start a DVD subscription services and tell their customers that you can have the DVD as long as you want. You have to pay me $15 per month just as a subscription. They reduced their inventory by 50%. Their warehouse was out from 50% because customers are using the DVDs and they are storing it for them. And then they are returning it for, let's say, 1 month or something like that. Nobody cares. Blockbuster at the same time was charging late fee to the customers. They got bankrupt. Netflix, everybody knows today. Now, so that's another example of how you can do the different delivery for the same product. Again, I will cover another example, Uber. They have never discovered ride sharing, but they rediscovered how ride sharing can be consumer centric, where I as a consumer can be a driver, I as a consumer can be a rider. As simple as that. So that's how they change the entire process of ride sharing. The last step I would say is you monitor your untapped market. If something is global, you can try to make it local. And if something is local, you can go online and make it global. Every business today has an opportunity to become a local business, as well as they can go as high as a global online business. So Amazon's again example, their .com business is totally different than how they do business in India. In India, they try to bring small business owners and shopkeepers on their platform to sell. rather than building their own products over there, considering the market dynamics in India. In US, they don't care. Anybody come from anywhere else and they can sell on Amazon.com. So they have tried to optimize the localization of their global services, and that's how they are becoming bigger and bigger in India also. Yeah, so all these things matters. I think you should definitely try to consider three things if you are trying to launch a product in market gaps. The first is should analyze whether you have a lower competition. So if you find a unique gap in the market, then you will have a lower competition in that field. Chewy is a classic example I covered. It will have a high demand because nobody is serving that niche, and you will have a built-in audience because people are already having demand for those products. Nobody is serving them. Again, Chewy, same example. Pet owners, you have to go to Costco, this and that for buying everything. Chewy says, no, I will deliver at your home. As simple as that. Last one is you should have a room for growth, because if you choose something which is too small to address, then it is not going to serve. And in my experience, room for growth can come from some basic categories where you can figure out things, such as when I go to demographics, it will be kids, pets, things like that. If I go to emotional buying, then it can be linked to anything which can be triggering your emotional buying. It can be Christmas, wedding, birthdays, and things like that. So you can analyze all those things on your for your own product and see how it fits in all those parameters. So hope this is helpful. I would love to hear from you, and I'll try to break down these videos into smaller content as well, so that every time you don't have to go for each and every steps. And if you have any question, let me know, and please like, share, and subscribe. Take care. Bye bye.